Morning guys, we are off on an adventure this morning. So today is quite a special day because it's Tony's birthday. So Tony is Siane's dad's wife. So it's her, what is she now?
21.
21, there we go. She's 21 today. We are planning to go out on a big boat today. So Siane's dad, Ian, he's got a mate in town that has a really big boat. We actually went out on this one. This is the one we went out on Wyndham and did the big 2-day fishing trip. We're just packing up a few different things. I've got the drone batteries on charge. I've got our North Storm bag, waterproof bag. Got a few little bits and pieces. I've just put a few bits in the fridge there, some dips and chips and things like that. And yeah, we're just now waiting to go and pick up the boat. We haven't done this part yet. We're really pumped for that because it's something new and exciting. And after having all this bulk rain, it's going to mean that there's going to be a lot of waterfalls flowing that don't normally flow. So it's the best thing about the wet season. When it rains, you really get to see the place come alive. It's just, oh, it gives me tingles. Like it's hard to explain. It's beautiful. So hopefully today we can show you a bit of that. I'm going to take the drone and try and get some good footage for you and just have a really good time. I hope Tony has a great day. Mirima. Mickey Mouse mint. I'm hoping it stays like this all day. Amazing. So we just pulled just out the back here of the caravan park where we're staying. The boat ramp's right next door to it. So you just cruise out here and this takes you out to the river system and pretty much just punch it all the way up to Lake Argyle, up to the dam wall there. But we'll see how we go today. Might just take it easy and see if we can find some waterfalls and a few scenic bits. Make the most of it.
So as you know, we're out on the boat, but we've just been dropped off near Elephant Rock, if you're a local and know where that is. And somewhere that you can walk to from the side of the river, and there's some rock art. So we're just going to go have a look. Apparently it's only 30-second rock. So we said if we're not back in 4 hours, come and find us. Is this the part?
This is mid-late.
You're assuming so? Okay. It's pretty hectic. Here we go. Oh, it's like Lantana. Oh, there it is. Aboriginal site. The rock art in this area is unique and irreplaceable. Please help us preserve it for the future. Western Australia Museum. It's crazy. Up on the top of a hill. It really was only 30 seconds from the water, which is just down here. So I don't know if you see the trees moving down there. They're just down along this bottom bit of pathway. And then you kind of come up and around to where Grandma Tony is.
Yeah, that's what I...
We just figured out there's a bloody big nest of bees or wasps. I don't know if you'll be able to see that in there. Hang on. Try and zoom in.
Goodness. That is giant.
Can you see it?
Yes, I can.
Babe, you should see the nest up here.
It's
I
giant.
can imagine.
It's a bee's nest.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen one of them before.
Goes right in there.
Wow. It's like an
Can you hear them?
open- Yeah, they're humming. That is pretty crazy. You don't see that sort of stuff anywhere.
No.
Always one-handed. There's always a bee in the other.
That's where a crocodile likes to lay its eggs. On those bits of grass.
So we're off the boat. It's a really muddy track, but there's a waterfall in here. And kind of like a camp area. I guess they use it for tours and things, and there's drop toilets and everything. So I'm curious. Yeah, I know, it's pretty slodgy, eh?
She's a bit there, get on.
So I'm curious what we're going to find.
We could see it from the we could see it from the water, and it looks pretty specky, I must admit. But I was just saying before, just before we pulled up, like how cool is it? You can just cruise along in a boat, and then notice this little entry. Just moor up, go for a walk, and go and swim in a bloody waterfall. Like that's just insane.
Right, I'm told, take the thongs off.
Oh wow.
Jade has already gone off twice.
Please be careful. So, Jack,
Pull up.
Chris has, hang on. Sorry, I got all my thongs down here. And then Chris has the drone and Jack, so,
And my beer.
and a beer. Oh, yeah, it's slippery. Oh, wow, babe, just really be careful, eh? You right? Whoa! Don't go in the mud hole.
Try not to.
Oh my goodness. It's a slide.
Over there.
Show me.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a
Woo!
place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out, die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Looking back, eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche. We're on the run, this is what we waited for.
Can I swim?
Hey!
Yeah.
He'll outrun ya. Once he jumps that rock, he's gone. You gotta pounce on him. Better move. Go, go, go!
Oh, it looks cool.
This is very adventurous. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be spiky.
We're okay back here though.
Holy.
Oh, there's a spider.
Oh, there we go. Twing, 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 twing. Hey.
Oh, he's on the roof.
It's not very often you get to drive a boat into a waterfall.
It'll be spiky.
Yeah, slam on this side. Whoa! That water is like crystal clear. Yeah, you good there? That is absolutely beautiful. Oh, fishy! What a way to come in and out of a waterfall. I've never done it in a boat, I tell you that much. Pandanus palms, if you don't know what they are very spiky. Wow, that was cool. That's what it's all about. How do you feel, Grandma? You ready?
Fine.
Life jackets are going on. Jada's getting hers on.
I'm an adult sized jacket.
Jada and Grandma are hitting the water today. I'm interested to see how this goes.
I've got these. You've got three that side.
Righto.
I've got three this side. I reckon that's a good thing.
Go over here. I'll just go here.
Exactly.
What do you want on your grave?
Do you want any smiley faces, unicorns? What do you want, love hearts?
Flowers or roses?
Oh, what was that? It was like right there. It literally was. I'm not even kidding. Look at it, look. It's a turtle.
Salty!
I think that was a salty. It had a big snout on it. Holy hell, that was literally like...
Snappy!
Lean back, lean back! Whoa, 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 whoa! She's gonna freak out now. You what?
need to hang on.
She's all confidence until she falls off.
Now, do you understand what we mean by lean back?
Lean at the back of the thing.
Go right to the back of the
To
thing.
the back.
Oh, we're good.
We did great.
Can we do it again?
Did you enjoy it?
Let's make it more.
Did you see Grandma? We were waving.
Mum and Jada's turn. Jada's almost hung on twice. Let's see if Sean can hang on. Eh?
Oh, I reckon Grandma did
She's
all
got
right.
dry hair.
Yeah,
Like, that's unacceptable.
it is unacceptable. Morning guys, we are off on another adventure this morning. We're actually out at a place called Mirima. So Mirima is literally like 5 minutes just outside of town. It's crazy because we didn't even really know it was here until we sort of got told about it and actually came out and had a look. So we came out the other week and just checked it out, and the drive in here is just spectacular. It's amazing. Like, I've never seen such big sort of raw rock faces, and you're so close to them driving in here. But it's basically just a small national park area with a heap of different walks. So we're about to go on one now. So we're going to start off on this one, which is a class 2 trail, or looking at the plants trail, class 2. So it's not too bad. It's pretty good for anybody. So here, this is where we are, and we're going to do this little green one, but then we're going to shoot out to this orange one here, which is a class 4, 800 meter return, 30 minutes. And this goes up on top of the sort of the rock faces, so should be a nice little lookout up there. I'm keen to check it out, and then we'll come back and then we'll continue that loop and back to the car. So the green one's 15 and the orange one, or yellow one, whatever you want to call it, is 30 minutes. So about 45 minutes all up, so it's not too bad considering, and we should be able to check out a fair bit. If you've seen the bungles, that's what it reminded us of, because it's got that sort of, I don't know, shape to it. It's been really worn away. It just, I don't know, it's crazy for us learning all the stuff about the dinosaurs and the landscape and how everything's sort of been formed over millions and millions of years. Because if you look up here, it makes it look like this was like a massive riverbed, and there's some of these like hills and rock faces, they're so high, and to think that water used to rush through here however many years ago is just mind-blowing. We actually know one of the Parks and Wildlife sort of officers, I guess you could say, that work up here, and he comes out here and maintains this probably every 3 to 6 weeks. So they're able to make sure that all these walkways are up to scratch. They're safe for everybody to walk on and whatnot. We're just up here. There's like a walkway. You can see the rails up there. So that's where that big orange one's going to take us. I'm keen to get up there and check it out. And if you're wondering who the young girl is with us, this is Sean's sister, Jordan. So I might introduce you later if she's not too shy.
Why? It's a four-wheel drive frame.
Yeah. So everybody that's asking, we've had a few questions about when we drone in certain areas, whether we're allowed to drone, if there's restrictions, because a lot of people will pick up on areas, especially where we are now, about restrictions. Yes, there is a restriction for here, but on the drone with the CASA, it'll come up and it'll ask for your information, what country you're in, your phone number, do you agree with all the terms and conditions, and basically you are allowed to fly it. If something does go wrong, you are accountable for it and they have your information. It's basically what it's all about. So to answer your question, yes, you can drone, but it's all at your own risk. So if you do something wrong, they're going to come for you because they have your information. And then normally you are restricted to height and how far you can go. So that's basically in a nutshell what happens in places like this. We don't normally always have it, but when we do, we always do the right thing.
So, although that walk wasn't very long, you can see just how red I am. Oh my God, I tell you what, like carrying 14 kilos, it's a mission. But I thought I'd just show you the facilities here. So keep in mind the town is literally on the other side of those rocks. So it's only 5 minutes out of town, and you've got table setups here that are under full shade as well. And then down the back, there's actually another table set up. And at this one, they've got the barbecue. So you can have a bit of a cook up out here, sit right next to it. And then over there is toilets as well. So it's a bloody good setup. Keep in mind to come into this park, if you don't have a WA Parks pass, it's $15 for entry. And there's like a pay station when you first come in. So you can actually pay on entry if you're just going to come here. But if you're traveling through WA and you're going to go to lots of places, definitely get a WA Parks pass. Off memory, $120 for the year, and that'll see you through every park and every entry fee, apart from a couple of things like Monkey Mere where you have to pay to do extra stuff and that, but generally speaking it covers you. If you're a member of RAC, which is insurance and whatnot, they also have a discount where you can get it for half price. So you can get $60 for the year for your full year membership. We're going to go back to the cotton farm now. We went there when they were doing all the planting and everything. We're going back now to still a little bit of soil so we can do our own cotton, and we're also going to check how they're growing. So it's been about 2 weeks of memory. I'll just write here if it's different, but yeah, it's been about 2 weeks, and I'm curious to see how much they've grown, because up here it's just so hot and so wet, so it's perfect for it. Ta-da! So it's been 2 weeks and we've just come back to check out how everything looks. And can you believe it? Like, there's full plants here. Like, they've just popped up. So they haven't even been watered yet because there's so much rain around at the moment that keeps them watered. They said they won't water them for nearly 8 weeks. So in 2 weeks, these have all popped up with no help whatsoever and no watering, no nothing. Like, talk about an easy plant to grow. So while we're here today, we're going to grab a couple of scoops of soil, and we're actually going to start growing our own. So we'll take that with us as we go around WA and see if we can finally get a cotton plant out of this one. Or like, not the cotton plant, the cotton bud. That was the goal last time. I can't believe that we had to cross states. It's just so not cool. Our advice was to get a dark pot, which this is, and we let it sit for a couple of days so that the soil that we put in there warms up, because otherwise it'll be cold in the aircon. And then plant the seeds, and like you've seen here, it only took 3 days for that to sprout. So I'm pretty sure
shouldn't take
they
long.
should come out pretty quick, eh?
Well, we now know the proper way to do it and the steps to take, and if we do those, which are pretty simple,
and how moist the soil needs to be,
Yeah.
and so many different things that we didn't know the first time around.
but if we do what we've learnt, it should sprout in 3 or 4 days, especially with this weather, the
Yeah.
way it's going at the moment. Like, this is like pristine
Yeah.
conditions for cotton.
And
Perfect.
the other thing too, this time we're doing it in black soil rather than potting mix. And although it works in potting mix and it's fine, black
Yeah.
soil is what it's meant to be in. So
Well, black soil's like right up
the
top
best
of the
of the
list.
best.
Yeah. Well, I can finally christen my navigator shovel. I've had this in there for ages, but we haven't had to need it yet. Normally, the biggest reason I wanted one of these was for, you know, doing the fire and stoking it and doing a few different things, but we haven't had a fire in, God, probably 4 or 5 months, I reckon. So
A long time.
she's still very blue, so that's probably why you're going to be like, why is it so blue? You haven't even used it. I haven't.
Brand new. It'll like take your eyeballs out with brightness. This is the pot I chose. It's got like a draining bit on the bottom of it, so when the roots get long enough, it'll is there worms?
Yeah. Where's here?
Oh, that's so good. Put him in our pot. That's good soil, babe.
It's really good. If they're kicking around.
Yeah. It's almost clay-like,
It
hey?
is really clay, isn't it? There he is.
He's like
hanging
stuck
out.
in there. How is he even in that?
Oh,
It's like a fossilized worm.
Wow, I haven't seen a worm in so long. Like a proper garden worm.
What does that even mean to have worm in your soil? I don't even know what that means
that
anymore.
looks so much more like something else.
What do you think it looks like?
I'm not going to say it, but I know a lot of people are thinking it. Who the hell is this guy?
Yeah, probably.
What's he doing?
The farmers are here. Hello?
Torture.
Yeah.
We're doing a bit of a run around town today to give you a bit of an overview of the shops and what's in town to go and see and check out, because there's actually a fair bit in town, especially if you haven't been here before. And we've just come to a shop that we've been meaning to come to for weeks now, but it's called the Walkabout Souvenir Shop. It's right next to Coles. You can't miss it. It's a big purple building. Everyone's just staring there looking at me. You can see Walkabout Souvenir Shop. So just in here, you can get something very, very cool. So what it is, we're going to take our little Yeti cups in with us, and we're going to get some engraving done. I'll show you when they're finished how good they actually are, because I wish I took some photos. I would show you now what they actually look like, but it's kind of cool to sort of keep it in suspense, I guess, and wait until we see what the end result is. So we'll go in, we'll show you how much it is, the designs they have, and the wait time. Because if it's something you want to get while you're up here and do the same sort of thing, you can come check it out for yourself. Are you smiling?
Are you ready for the camera?
That was like a yawn smile.
Smile.
Smile. This is the coolest thing ever.
So we've just come into Kimberley Fine Diamonds. I'm filming in here because the aircon's really nice. And pretty much they've got like every type of pink diamond you could ever imagine in here. They don't actually mine them anymore. Or I think, are they mining them anymore?
No, I think it's
I
shut
don't
down.
think they were, because it wasn't cost effective to mine them anymore. They're obviously not cheap. We're not allowed to show you specifically any of the diamonds, which is more their insurance purposes, but it's definitely worth coming in the store and checking it out. There's so much here to see. It's just mind-boggling that one of these can be the same value as your car or your house.
We were just looking at some like rings before, and 4 of those was the price of that car.
Yeah, like, it's
Like
just
4 tiny, they're like this big. Oh, it's crazy.
it's full on. What have you been given?
A pink diamond.
Oh my goodness. You can pay for us to have a holiday around the rest of Australia now.
I don't think I want to. I want to pay for something that I want.
Very cool. So,
We've just been chatting with one of the ladies behind the counter,
we've learned so much.
getting some information and just learning more about these diamonds.
Yeah.
And it's actually mind-boggling how rare and special these diamonds actually are. Like, even for me being a bloke, like it's been pretty interesting, I guess, for don't think you get any ideas there.
we can't afford the really nice diamonds, so
They
it's
are
fine.
super expensive, and
Yeah.
the mine's now shut down officially
Yeah.
as of November last year.
No, 3rd of December was officially the
Well,
last
the
one that
official.
came out.
Yeah,
So we thought we'd show you something which is a visual that they've just shown us, which makes it really interesting.
it really
Like-
hits home this, so we thought
Nearly-
we'd share it with you girls.
nearly every pink diamond in the world has come from the Argyle mine, and this is a visual representation, you ready, for just how many diamonds have come out of that mine.
Wow.
That's it.
That's it.
That's all they've mined.
That is
the
it.
whole place.
So
That's how
handful.
rare they are.
That's how many
special they are.
in the world.
So that's
Like,
it.
That's
That's
it.
the world market right there. That's
and
come
that
out
would
of
be
Australia.
millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars, because like the darker ones, obviously these aren't real, but darker ones like that, they're like $500,000 to $1 million for one diamond that's smaller than one of these things.
There's one over there. I wish I could show you, but it's
Oh.
literally.
It's what's called a red diamond.
What would you even compare it to, like size-wise? It's like not even a half a pea. It's like a half a
There
pea.
you go, that one there, it's a bit smaller than that.
It's smaller than that, and it's $675,000.
Which is
What?
even if you're not in the market to buy pink diamonds, most of us aren't, come along. They'll give you a brochure about the area, they tell you about the mines, they'll tell you how it started, how it ended, all the grades of diamonds. Like there's a lot of education here, so it's really cool to come in and learn about it.
Another place ticked off the list today. We're going to get checked out at the museum.
Yeah.
Didn't even know this place was here, to be honest.
Oh, I found a bull's
We
head.
just drove past it, turned around and come back. But it's really tiny. It's small, but I'm curious to see what's inside. If it's actually full of history, obviously. So, see what we can find.
Get your capitals. So you hold it down just like a normal typewriter. Hold it down and do a capital J. That's it. Now the next one.
J O
I'm getting there now.
draw T
Are you going all capitals?
A
Perfect.
N Jordan.
It's really cool in here. There is like so much cool stuff, and the guy here, I don't even know what his name is yet, but he's so passionate. So he has a website, Kununurra.org, and they've also got a YouTube channel. I'll drop the link in below. And there's nothing that he doesn't know about the Kununurra area. If you want to know something about this place, come to this museum. It's so cool, and that's even for the locals. Apparently a lot of locals don't pop in here, but if you want to learn something about where you live, far out, come here. It's really cool. He's so passionate.
How long it would be. It was probably only in the last year or two that they actually had a
So Shana's just come back with the little Yeti cups that we took down to the souvenir shop down at Walkabout. So it's next to the Coles in town in Kununurra. And we got the engraving done. So I asked the lady a few little details about it, and it's basically for one little logo, or a logo on one side, is $20. Pretty cheap. But if you wanted to put one on the other side, depending how big the size of it is, she'll give you a bit of a quote. So at the end of the day, getting an engraved thing on one of these for $20, not too bloody bad. This is the end result. So we got our original logo. Happy with that, because the only thing I was a little concerned about was the living breathing Australia, because it is quite cursive and it's quite small, but it's turned out really, really good. Like the quality is right up there. So yeah, if you're in town and you want to get a cup or a water bottle or anything like that, head on down there and you can put just about anything you want on there, and that'll stay in there for life.
The butterfly caves are finally happening, but we're doing a girls' adventure. Chris is chickened out, and I do understand why, because this is pretty full on, so I'll show you what we're about to cross.
Jade is going first.
No, I'm not.
It's not that deep though when you look at it.
Oh, Jordan. Oh.
Is it muddy?
Yeah.
Oh, I almost feel like wearing thongs is not a bad thing then.
Who's here?
So thongs in hand.
I'm leaving
Oh,
my
it's in my
shoes here.
toes.
Oh, it's even deeper. Ah, it's even deeper. Oh,
Wow.
I'm not going first.
It's quite deep.
Oh, okay.
Just stay where it's shallowest.
Deep it.
Alright.
Get me out of here. Oh my goodness.
How you going?
I'll go flat on my face.
That's ridiculous. Can you imagine trying to drive up here? As you can see, I'm wearing totally appropriate footwear today, even less than I normally do.
What did you say, Mum?
I'm trying to watch where my feet are and the path. So this is kind of how it's looked for the last however many 100 meters. It's pretty scary actually to think just how far off the highway we are. Looks like this is a turnaround point. So we must be at the end. I'm assuming that'll be a pathway. And I hear a waterfall. Just a matter of finding where to get. Surely it's not there. Is it?
I can see the path.
Just have a look and see if we can find anything else. Just in case.
Cut a snake's head off. It won't.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, mint leaves, mint leaves.
No, they're not mint. That's lantana.
Oh, it's not like mint.
Oh, big spider, you
Where is he?
on my face.
Shut the head around. I've got so many things on my hair.
Oh.
They're from the plant.
Yeah. Ew.
Okay. Onwards and upwards. Now it feels a bit more like somewhere where snakes would be.
Yeah, it's just in the lantana.
Oh, there it is.
Where's this cave?
Hang on. Keep going along a bit further.
Oh,
Okay.
cave.
Show you what I'm looking at. Well, the good news is I've seen no snakes.
I think there may be some Aboriginal art in here.
I definitely don't see any snakes. No, I'm serious. I'm telling you, like, point being, I've had a really good scan and I can't see any, which is good.
Okay.
It's like the beginning of a stalagmite. Because the stalactite holds tight. Yeah. Oh, there's bats! Look at them all!
Oh my goodness! One of them just took off.
So we made it and we found 0 snakes. There is a few butterflies, lots of wasps' nests and waterfalls, and it's really pretty. Like, have a look out here. And bats, yeah.
Wow, looks like there's gold up
That could be like a fairy garden or something, hey?
there. Looks like there's gold up there, Mum.
Where?
Up there.
I'm not going up there to check.
No, but it looks like there's gold if you come over here.
Probably just a lot of bat poo. Oh, yeah. Oh, it is actually, it is really reflective though, whatever it is. What is it? But there's some up here as well.
I don't want to touch it in case it's really bad. But like that one there is really shiny. And it's all down. I'm not touching it.
Where is it? Oh, yeah. Oh, I wonder if it's bat poo or something.
What's that? I think that might
Just
be
don't
that
touch
thing.
it. Don't touch it. That's so weird, hey?
It's so pretty. The bat, if it is bat proof, it's quite pretty.
It might just be pretty guano. But if it's not, and you know what that is, and you can put it in the comments below, tell me, because it's like gold looking and reflective and really cool.
Not yet.
That is very nice.
Jada the balloon blowing fairy. So we're on our way back to the car, and can you see behind me the big storm? I am so glad that we've made it back in time. So the car is, sorry, I'm trying to watch where I'm walking as well, because snakes and things. Just there. So we just got to go across this muddy bit of water again, and then I've got a 20-litre jerry in the car, and we got to wash our feet and stuff and get in and be on our way, hopefully just before that rain comes.